Hi, my name is Anurag and today I'm going to show you a complete introduction to our new series that is becoming a professional from a beginner. So we will start discussing what softwares we are going to use, what version of the software we are going to use, and what are the things that are included in the software. So the first software that we are going to use is Blender, and we are only going to use Blender while modeling. And you can use other rendering engines, like you might have heard that one of the most famous rendering engines is Rebus Farm, that is an online rendering engine, and it will render up your animation or image in seconds or minutes, and it will just download that in your PC while it's done. So we are going to start with discussing why we are using Blender. So the reason that we're using Blender is because Blender is a very free software, and being this video is made for all the beginners. So beginners must not use high quality PCs, they must use low quality PCs, low RAM PCs, as they are very beginner, and as they move on to be a professional they must upgrade, and they must not use GPU. Beginners should not use GPU is the first thing that you might have seen everywhere, that people use GPU while rendering, but beginners should not use GPU. All the GPU should be used in the newer versions of Blender, and the version that is Blender 2.79 does not use GPU all the time. The basic renderer is the CPU, so you must stuck to the CPU while you are in the intermediate level. If you get into the intermediate level, you must migrate to GPU. So the first thing we are going to discuss is all the modes, and we are not going to discuss the basics that are moving an object, transforming an object, and all those things. That will be discussed in some other videos, and that will be uploaded in the Blender Basics series. So you will see all the views. So this is a 3D view. Here you can transform the scene by the keyboard shortcut keys. You can just rotate, and nothing else. Here the animation window is the animation mode. Here you can see sphere, the same sphere with wireframe mode, and here is a drop sheet summary, and it is the graph editor. Here is a timeline, and it is the outline, it is a property segment of the window. And let's move to composting. Now composting will combine the UV uh, UV image editor and node editor with the camera perspective view of the viewport with the property panel here. So we are going to see more about this composting in our next few videos. And this is the default screen here. I will share the template of this default screen on the link below, you might get it. And here is the game logic. This game logic looks more like Unity, um, because the developers or the what all the people are editing Blender, because it is an open source software, thus there is nobody complete professional who is doing this. Thus it results in such things that people copy up those things. But in Blender 2.90, I think some changes have been occurred, but not those prominent changes are there. Some of the changes are same, and just the look has been changed, nothing else. Now we are going to move on the different on the next mode, that is motion tracking. Motion tracking is what we do while using a moving object. With this moving object, you can set up a point which will depict your motion, and thus the object will move in the same way. And then comes the scripting. All uses Python, so you can just do all that here. And it is Python Interactive Console 3.5.0 default. This is May 2017, and it was made for 64-bit, and graphics card is AMD 64, where the UV editing, it is completely dedicated to UV editing. You might have seen UV editing layer on the composting mode also, but this one is completely dedicated to UV editing. Next comes video editing. This video editing is the worst video editor software you could get, because Blender is more dedicated towards 3D modeling, not for video editing. Thus, I don't refer video editing by Blender. If you want, you can edit the videos, and all the basic things are here. Not too much. So let's get back to the default, and we will meet in another video discussing the node editing, the graph editing, the UV image editing, and all those things which you might get all the next things which we are going to discuss in the description, in the description. Sorry, yeah. So this was the first video that was in the series to introduce you to the series. Thank you, and please try to subscribe our channel, and if you like the content of our channel, please hit us a like, and please turn on the bell icon. Thank you. Let's meet on some another video.